In this video, I will show you the 3 things you need to know about Fluidity to become a more consistent and better shooter. So, stick around until the end because we are going to see how these 3 things help me to develop a more fluid jump shot and how you can use them to create a fluid, powerful and consistent jump shot very easy and quickly. But first, is it really worth having a fluid jump shot? I mean, when we first started playing basketball, our first shots aren't fluid. Personally, I spent almost 2 years training my three-point shot just to make a single shot. And back then, my jump shot definitely wasn't fluid, but I still managed to hit some very clean shots. So why we change our jump shot if we are already making some of our shots? Over the years, as I trained and worked on my shooting mechanics, I made a lot of changes to my form, and for a while I switched to a slower and more rude way of shooting. Bring the ball to the shooting pocket, setting in the set point, and then releasing. This was my mindset at the time, just doing these 3 steps. And as you can see, this shot was not fluid, but this method brought me the most success when shooting, and I even managed to hit 3 shots in a row during a game. The problem was after sticking to this jump shot, I slowly become a worse shooter, hit fewer and fewer shots, and become a more inconsistent shooter. But why? After a lot of thinking, I realized the problem was that my jump shot was not fluid. And when your jump shot is not fluid, even if you hit some shots, you become a lot inconsistent. And here's why. If your jump shot is not fluid, you really rely on your arms to generate the power of your shot. But your arms are meant to provide the power in your jump shot. They are mainly there to guide and control the ball to the right place when shooting. So, if you use them to power, you lose the control, and your shots will become more imprecise and inconsistent. So, if you want a jump shot that you can rely on, one that's consistent and helps you become a better shooter, you need to have fluidity in your shots. And that's what I did. I practiced it a lot and learned how to make my jump shot more fluid. And what I found that is the most important thing for developing a fluid jump shot is feeling the ball. It may sound crazy, but it's really simple. You need to make sure that the ball doesn't lose the momentum that you have built up while shooting. In other words, try to avoid slowing the ball down as much as possible throughout the entire shooting motion. I know it sounds simple, but this is the most valuable thing that I had learned about fluidity. You need to pay attention to the speed of the ball and aim to keep the motion smooth and continuous. When you do this, you will notice it's very difficult to release the ball perfectly because it moves so fast when you reach your set point. What will work for me is to focus intensely on that moment that the ball reaches your set point, the point of releasing the ball. You need to be quick and precise during that moment to execute the movement correctly, otherwise you will lose your consistency. But here's the thing, if the movement isn't perfect, it's still okay. A fluid shot often has a high chance of going in because of the natural rhythm and momentum of the motion. So even if not perfect, you will have a good chance of making the shot. That's the upside of a non-fluid jump shot, where you can do everything right, every motion, every mechanic perfectly, and still miss the shot. So remember, feel the ball and wait for a one smooth, continuous motion. But this still doesn't explain a lot of things, like if you don't generate power from the arms, as you say, Daniel, where should come from? Well, most of the power you generate when shooting doesn't come off your arms, but it comes out of your legs. Clay Thompson explained this very well in a video from NBA India.
You almost have to use every muscle in your body, and it starts with your toes and your foot placement. I was once told by a coach growing up, and I love using this analogy for it. Imagine a reverse waterfall. So one fluid motion, guys, like a reverse waterfall.
So you need to use your whole body, not just to generate more power in your jump shot, but also because it's the only way to achieve a fluid jump shot. But how you do this correctly? You need to raise the ball at the same time that you raise your body when shooting, at the same time with the same velocity. You can't raise the ball while lowering your body, or do the opposite. Additionally, your body and the ball must move at the same speed to make sure that the shot comes out fluid. The best way to check if you are doing this right is to record yourself while shooting. By watching the video, you can see if your form is correct or identify the adjustments that you need to make. If you want to make your shot even more fluid, I highly recommend using a one motion jump shot. This means that the entire movement of the shot happens without the ball passing your forehead. Yes, a two motion jump shot has its advantages, but if you are aiming for a most fluid jump shot as possible, you should try the one motion style. These are the things that I remember when shooting to maintain a fluid jump shot, and they have really helped me over the past few years to become a more consistent and better shooter. Sure, there are some things that we can discuss, like how to use your legs more effectively to increase the power and hit more 3-point shots, but I have already made a video about that. So if you are interested on that, just click on the video or comment below what should be the next video about. So see you there.